All right, everybody, welcome back, and we're taking them on again, once again against the Colt 45s for another double header. We'll see how this one turns out for us. We have Sid Fernandez on the mound for the first game. I'm not sure who we have on the mound for the second. We'll see. And Gary Carter, once again, is tired. It'll be Ed Hearn behind the plate for the Mets, both games. I was just looking up the standings, and the Mets are 3-5 now against the Colt 45s. I guess technically we're also 1-2 against San Francisco. So those are the two teams we have losing records against. We're 3-3 against the Dodgers. But for whatever reason, the Colt 45s are really giving us problems. And it's Turk Ferrell on the mound again for the Colt 45s. That's going to be a real tough customer to face. We will look at the normal standings in the National League. The Mets are 5 behind Los Angeles, 42-24 the Mets against 50-22 for the Dodgers. The Giants are just about out of it at this point. Over to the American League, it's the Twins now with a 9.5 game lead on the Cleveland Indians. The Yankees in 4th place at 31-30. Now, if you thought that was strange, as I do, let's take a look at the real-life standings from this date. This is June 23rd, 1962. On this date in real life, the Yankees were in 4th place, but only 4 games behind Cleveland of all teams. Los Angeles was 2 on top of San Francisco. Of course, we've played actually about the same number of games here as they have there, with the exception being the Mets. I guess it's the same as we're using the as-played schedule. The Mets, of course, are the big exception, since instead of being 18-48, we are challenging sort of for first place. And with that, we'll come back here to this game. Here comes Sid Fernandez on the mound. Bob Lullison there hitting .246 with 4 home runs. He doesn't hit the Mets very well, and he hits a fly ball over to right. Strawberry's got that for the out, 1 away. And that's the easy way to do it. 1 away, here's Aspromonte. There's a ball outside to Bob, 1-0. I tell you, the Mets had a hard time that season, as there's another ball inside, because of all those double headers. 2-0 the count, and there's a strike, 2-1. Fernandez deals, and it misses inside, 3-1 on the fastball. This is hit over to the left side. That'll be a foul ball. Mookie can't get there in time. It's a full count now on Aspromonte. And that's low for ball 4. And so whether it's because Carter's not in there or what, I don't know. But Fernandez gives up a 1-out walk here in the top of the first. We go to double play depth here against Al Spangler. And there's a fastball that misses inside. The next one's yanked foul to the right, 1-1. That fastball's down and in, 2-1 the count. And there's a ball high, 3-1. And that's low for ball 4. So Fernandez has walked 2 in a row, and that'll bring up Roman Mejias. Now, Sid has had these problems in the past. We've seen that if you've been watching these games. He has these streaks where he has real problems, and he gives up a base hit to right by Mejias. Strawberry comes up with it, throws home as fast as he can, and it's just not in time, and that was close. So Mejias with the single that drives in 1, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Colt 45s. 13 pitches now for Sid. He's struck out 98 but walked 43 this season in 121 2/3 pitched. 7-6 is his record, and a 3.40 ERA now after all of that noise. We go back to double play depth here against Carl Warwick. And there's a strike to Warwick, 0-1. This is inside on him, yanked down the left field line, but foul, 0-2. And that's fouled the other way. 0-2 it remains. The Colt 45s with kind of a lineup of nobodies. And there's a ball low, 1-2. Not exactly a huge lineup, and there's a swing and a miss by Warwick, and there's Fernandez with his first strikeout on that fastball. 2 away. Here comes Norm Larker. They may not be famous, but they sure hit us well. 2-0 the count to Larker. Fernandez can't find the plate. This is fouled deep to the right side, but way foul. 2-1. There's a ball high, 3-1. Foul to the left side, and it's a full count. So for whatever reason, Fernandez struggling. Fouled away again, the count remains full. And that's hit into the gap in left center field. That will split him. Dykstra goes over and grabs it. 1 scores, 2 scores. That's going to be an easy double. And just like that, it is a 3-0 lead for the Colt 45s. Here now is Hal Smith. And Fernandez can only blame himself. He throws a ball low and away, and this is yanked over to left and foul, 1-1. Swing and a miss, it's 1-2. Hit over to the left side. Knight fields that, throws over to first for the out. But man, the damage has been done. 3-0 as we go into the bottom of the first inning. Here comes Lenny Dykstra up against Turk Ferrell. He's not going to be easy. There's a ball low to Dykstra, 1-0. Ferrell's pitched 132 2/3. 10-6 is his record with a 3.46 ERA. He's struck out 92. There's a ball outside, 2-0. He's only walked 28. And that's hit up the middle for a base hit. Easy single there for Lenny. So Dykstra gets it going the way he knows how. And here comes Wilson. And there's a ball, fastball, 1-0. There goes Dykstra, and he's got this one stolen easily. So Dykstra gets his 45th steal of the season. I know it sounds like a lot, and it is a lot for this time of the year, but OOTP lets me run wild with him. Runner on at second now, 1-1 the count on Mookie. And that's hit over to second. It's a good play there by Malfitano, who throws to first, and there's one away. Dykstra goes to third. Here's Keith Hernandez. There's a strike. That's kind of high and inside, but I guess it did hit the plate. And there's a ball inside, 1-1 in Keith. Swing and a miss, 1-2. And that's a changeup for strike 3. Don't know how you can take that one, Keith. 2 away. Now here's Strawberry. And there's a swing and a miss on the slider. 0-1 on Darryl. And there's a ball away. 1-1. We had a Morgana moment here in the play-by-play. Interesting stuff here as she runs over and gives a kiss to Dykstra and then is taken away by the police. 1-1 now the count on Strawberry. See if that's a kiss for good luck. There's a ball high, 2-1. And that's high again, 3-1. That's one of the nice things. I guess I haven't looked too deep into OTP's play-by-play. There's a strike to Strawberry, full count. And he swings and misses, and down he goes. And so Ferrell gets 2 strikeouts. The Mets go down quietly, and we go now to the top of the second inning. And it remains a 3-0 lead for the Colt 45s. Here's Amalfitano, and he takes the ball inside. Swing and a miss on that one. 1-1 the count. Hit foul to the right. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. So now Sid has 2. And that'll bring up Turk Ferrell, the pitcher. This should be easy. The ball low and in, 1-0. And the strike, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Good curveball. And he got him chasing that curveball as well. 2 strikeouts now in this inning for Fernandez, and here comes Bob Lillis again. Fouls one away to the other side, 0-1. And hits a little ground ball over to second. It'll be Backman fielding that, throwing to first for the out. And now we go to the bottom of the second inning, still 3-0 Houston. Here is Ray Knight. There's a strike tonight. He's hitting 170-something against Houston. And this isn't going to help. It's a ground ball over to short, and it'll be Lillis who fields that, throws to first, 1 away. Backman now hitting 271. Takes the change low and inside, 1-0. I'm not so sure, though, about the batting average against each team when you've only played them 5 times. And there's a little bloop over to short right field, and that one, I guess, supposedly landed in that Bermuda Triangle. It wasn't animated very well. Malfitano sort of let it drop in front of him. More problems with the 3D game engine, and so if you're working for OOTP, I hope you're taking notes. Here comes Kevin Mitchell, and there's a swing and a miss by Mitchell, 0-1. This is popped up. Not playable. That's out of play, 0-2. There's a ball outside. Mitchell playing short today. And that's high, 2-2, with Santana hitting so poorly. Fouled away, still 2-2. Hit over the left side, but just fouled. Still 2-2. And that's inside. Full count now on Kevin. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. And that Ferrell is a tough customer. He has now struck out 3 Mets. Here comes Ed Hearn, who's in for Carter, who's tired. There's the ball. And this is yanked foul to the left side. 1-1 the count on Hearn. There's a ball low, 2-1. Low again, 3-1 the count. And that's high for ball 4. And so that's the first walk given up by Ferrell. That puts runners on at first and second here for Sid Fernandez, the pitcher, with 2 away. Fernandez first ball swinging, hits a little ground ball over to second. Malfitano fields that one, goes to first for the out, and that's pretty simple. We go now to the top of the third inning, and it's a 3-0 lead for Houston. Here's Bob Aspromonte, takes a ball up and in, and then a ball inside. 2-0 is the count on him. Strike called inside corner, generous call. It's 2-1. There's ball 3 low. It's hit foul over to the right side. That'll be out of play. Darryl can't get there in time. Full count now. And Aspromonte. Ground ball over to first, and it's fielded there by Hernandez, who goes to the bag himself, 1 away. Al Spangler now. And he hits the first pitch he sees over to right field. That will land in front of Strawberry for a base hit. And it's Dykstra who picks that up. What happened there? So a bit of strange, it's sort of a strange thing to happen in this game. It's a base hit. I'm fine with that. But Strawberry looked like he was frozen, like he saw a spider. Here's Mejias, who hits a ground ball to the left side, 0-1. Hits a little fly ball over to right. Strawberry's got that one, and there's 2 away. Here now, Carl Warwick. And that's lined up the middle through Hernandez for a base hit. Dykstra fields and throws to third, and they're going to get the runner easily. And that will do it for the Colt 45s in the top of the third. They don't score. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's still a 3-0 lead. We can come back from that. Here comes Lenny Dykstra, who singled and stole a base in the first. He takes the ball high. That's low. 2-0 now to Lenny. Foul to the left side is 2-1. It's funny, he pushed that one foul. It says in the play-by-play pulled foul. 3-1 now the count. And that's low, and Dykstra is on with a walk. Second walk given up by Turk Ferrell, and here comes Mookie. And there goes Dykstra. He's got that one stolen by a mile. 46 steal of the season for Lenny, and Mookie up there now with an 0-1 count and a runner in scoring position. And there's a strike, 0-2 now. That was on the outside corner. It's his hit over to the first base side. He pulled it, and it's fielded there by Larker, who flips over to Ferrell. Dykstra, though, goes to third, and there's 1 away here for Hernandez. Keith takes a ball up and in, 1-0. That's high, 2-0. There's a strike to the knees, 2-1 on Hernandez. Foul to the left, it's 2-2. And that one almost gets away by Smith. He pounces on top of it, so Dykstra unable to advance. Full count now on Hernandez. And he swings the ball forward and hits a ground ball over to second. Malfitano goes to first with that, but Lenny scores, and it's a 3-1 lead now for Houston. And here comes Darryl Strawberry. He struck out last time up, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Fouled over to the left side. It's 0-2 quickly on Darryl. A little bit nervous there at the plate. Just fouled away. 0-2 still. Just fouled. Man, how did he get a hold of that one? 0-2. It's a ground ball again to Malfitano, and he throws over to first for the out. I think he may have had all 3 assists in that inning. No matter. We go to the top of the 4th inning, and it's still a 3-1 lead for Houston. Here is Norm Larker. Hernandez gets the curve for a strike that was way off the outside corner. And there's another one off the outside corner, 0-2 on Larker. And that's low, 1-2 the count. Just fouled away, 1-2. So Fernandez again pitching from behind, and there's a swing and a miss by Larker, and Fernandez gets the strikeout. He has struck out 4 and has walked only 2. It felt like more in that first inning. Al Smith takes the ball outside. And a strike, 1-1 on Smith. There's a ball high, 2-1 the count. Fouled away, it's 2-2. That was a hanging curveball. 2-2. He's lucky that that one didn't go a long way further. There's a half a swing by Smith, but he definitely went around. Oh, yes, you did, Hal. And there's 2 away. Here comes Malfitano. 5 strikeouts for Fernandez, so we told you there'd be a lot of strikeouts in this one. Malfitano takes the ball. It's a little looper over to left. That's going to be playable for Mookie. He makes the catch for the out. And with that, we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a 3-1 lead for Houston. Here comes Ray Knight. There's a screwball missing the outside corner, 1-0. Had to wait on that. Knight fouls that one away, given where those pitches were that Fernandez that were called a strike. This is hit over to left field. That's going to die in no man's land. So a little base hit for Knight. And he tries to stretch it for 2, and he's thrown out. What are you doing, Ray? So he tries to stretch it for 2 and ends up being thrown out easily at second base. Knight gets the base hit, but is not a base runner. Here comes Backman, and he hits a little ground ball over to Lillis. He throws to first for the out. There's 2 away. Here comes Kevin Mitchell. Only the 3rd hit of the game that was for the Mets, and they squandered it. Another ground ball to Lillis. He has a good throw to first, showing off his powerful arm. That does it. We go now to the top of the 5th inning, and it's still a 3-1 lead for the Colt 45s. Here's Turk Ferrell, and he takes the ball low, 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1 the count. That's high, 2-1. Swing and a miss, it's 2-2. And there's strike 3 looking. So off goes Ferrell, 1 away. 6 strikeouts now for Sid. Here's Bob Lewis. There's a ball high to Bob. And another one high, 2-0 the count. Popped up, and it's going to be Mitchell. Shortstop makes that catch for the out, 2 away. Here comes Aspermonte. Fouled away by Bob, 0-1. There's a ball just outside, 1-1. Swing and a miss, it's 1-2. That's hit over to left field. That's going to be another base hit, the 5th of the game for the Colt 45s, as that one landed in front of Wilson. And here comes Al Spangler now. And there goes the runner, and Hearn has him thrown out by a mile. Kind of an odd strategy there, up by 2, but no matter, we're not going to give it back to him. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 3-1 lead still for Houston, and here comes Ed Hearn, who had that good play to end off the 5th. The swing and a miss by Ed. He's hitting 154. Did hit a home run, though. There's the ball low to him, 1-1. Swing and a miss on that fastball way inside, 1-2. And he went around that time as well. Ed having a hard time with those inside pitches by Ferrell. It was that slider that got him. 1 away, and here comes Fernandez. Ferrell has struck out 4, and there's a ball inside and low, 1-0. It's another one low, 2-0 the count. There's a strike, 2-1. Hit over to right. Is that going to be fair? No, it's just barely foul. 2-2 now on Sid. It's blasted to right. And it's a good running catch out there by Roman Mejias for the out, 2 away. Here now is Dykstra again, hitting now 331. There's a ball outside, so his average has fallen considerably. And that's ruled a strike. They say he went around, 1-1 the count. There's a ground ball over to Amalfitano, who throws over to first base in time. Dykstra's fast, but he's not a miracle worker. We go to the top of the 6th inning, and it's a 3-1 lead here for Houston. Here comes Al Spangler. There's a ball high to Spangler, 1-0. And a strike, 1-1. That misses away, 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss, it's 2-2. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. Strikeout number 7 for Fernandez, 1 away. Here comes Mejias again. And he takes a strike, so Sid really buckling down. There's a ball low to him, 1-1 on Roman. There's another strike, 1-2 the count. That's just low, 2-2. That was in the zone, I think. It's hit over to right. It's a lazy fly ball, and Strawberry parks himself under that, makes the catch. 2 away. Here's Carl Warwick. And a swing and a miss by Warwick, 0-1. There's a ball low, 1-1 the count. That's away, 2-1 now on Carl. As fisted foul to the right side, it's 2-2. Just low, full count now on Warwick. Swing and a miss on that curveball that was way outside. And so we go now to the bottom of the 6th inning. Sid has 8 strikeouts, and here comes Mookie Wilson against Turk Ferrell. Ferrell only 2. There's a strike to Mookie, 0-1. And it's a ground ball over to Amalfitano, who throws to first, 1 away. Keith Hernandez now takes a strike. He's 0 for 2 today, and he's squandered a couple of opportunities. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 now on Keith. And he just held up 1-2. I'm worried he's going to become cold, hitting 344, but that's falling. 1-2 still the count. Yanked foul to the right, out of play. Remains 1-2. Up and in. 2-2 the count now on Hernandez. That's fisted over the left. Foul again. Foul to the right, remains 2-2. Foul the way again, so he's really making Ferrell work. Ferrell now with 81 pitches. There's a ball outside, it's a full count now on Sid.
Strike 3.
And that's on the inside corner for strike 3. With all those foul balls, you think he'd swing at that. So 2 away, here comes Darryl. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Strawberry has struck out already today. That's not a surprise. This is fouled away, it's 0-2 on Darryl. There's a ball inside, 1-2. It's hit over to first base. Easy play there for the first baseman. Larker, who runs to the bag for the out. We go now to the top of the 7th inning. It's still a 3-1 lead for the Colt 45s. And here comes Larker. And he takes the ball high, 1-0. This is fouled away. 1-1 the count. There's a ball low, 2-1. There's a strike, 2-2 the count. Checked his swing and just held up, so it's a full count now on Larker. And this is hit over to the gap in left center, but it holds up for Dykstra. He makes the catch, 1 away. Hal Smith up there now, and he takes a strike to the knee, so Fernandez is getting him over. There's another strike, it's 0-2, and here comes pitch 100. And there's strike 3, so it's his 9th strikeout for Fernandez, and there's 2 away. Here comes Amalfitano. Top of the 7th, and Amalfitano hits this over to right. Darrell's going to be there, and he makes the catch for the out. And that takes us now to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a 3-1 lead still for the Colt 45s, and here comes Ray Knight. Let's see if he can do something. Knight takes the ball low and in, 1-0. And that misses again. 2-0 the count now on Ray. Blasted to center. It's dropping fast. Coming on hard is Warwick. He lunges for it and takes it in. That takes away a hit from Knight, and there's 1 away. Here now is Backman. Takes the ball high from Ferrell. Hits this one over to the left side, the other way, and it's Spangler running over to make the catch. 2 away, and here comes Kevin Mitchell. Ball inside to Kevin. And that's a strike right on the inside corner. Blasted over to center, and that's going to be off the top of the wall. Mitchell came close to getting a home run. Slides into second easily with the double. Boy, he hit that one a long way away. And so that's the 5th hit, I believe, 4th hit, I'm sorry, of the game for the Mets. And here comes Ed Hearn. And this is where it starts to fall apart. So Hearn comes up, and he takes the ball high. Mitchell now hitting 208. He's getting that average up. There's a ball inside, 2-0. And there's a strike, 2-1 the count. And that's low. It's 3-1, so he'll take this one. And that's called a strike. That was way inside. Full count now on Hearn. Fouls that over to the right. Full count remains. Fouled off. It remains full. Has popped up to the left side, but foul. Full count remains. Fouled away again. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. Strikeout number 6 for Ferrell. And so we go now to the top of the 8th inning. It's still a 3-1 lead for Houston, and Sid Fernandez still out there with 101 pitches. And here comes Turk Ferrell, and he fouls one away, so he'll stay in this game as well. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Ferrell. That misses in the outside corner. 1-2 now the count. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. 10 strikeouts now for Fernandez. 1 away. Here's Bob Lillis. Swing and a miss by Bob. 0-1. There's a ball high. 1-1 the count. Fly ball over to right. Strawberry's got that one easily for the out. 2 away. And that'll bring up Bob Aspromonte with 2 outs top of the 8th. And he takes a fastball for a strike. That's a pop-up. It'll be Hearn running out there and catching that for the out. And so we go now to the bottom of the 8th inning. Still a 3-1 lead for Houston. And here comes Sid Fernandez, who's hitting 302. He'll hit for himself. And he hits this over to left field. That's going to be foul, just barely. Close to an extra base hit. 0-1 now the count. Fernandez today is 0-2. Fouls that one away way in front of it. 0-2. Ferrell has him set up, but he fights it away and gets a base hit over to center field. So Sid finds a way to get on base. That's only the 5th hit of the game for the Mets. And here comes Lenny, and here come the Mets. There's a strike to Dykstra. I'm not sure why he checked his swing. That was right over the heart of the plate. This is fouled over to the left side. That one's holding up like a hot air balloon, and that one finally goes to the seats. 0-2 the count on Lenny. And it's a double play ground ball. They flip over to Lillis, flips to Malfitano for 1, but Fernandez goes in strong and breaks it up. The 1 away, now Dykstra on at first, and here's Mookie, and he takes a ball low and outside, 1-0. And there goes Dykstra, and he's got that one stolen. Number 47 for Lenny, 3 of the game. And so Wilson now with a runner on at second base and a 1-1 count. Little ground ball over to the left side, over to Lillis, and he fields it, and then he drops it, and that's all he can do with it. And that'll bring up Keith Hernandez, with runners on at first and second. This is another one of those phantom plays where it was obvious that Dykstra made it to third, and then he's back at second base. So here comes Fernandez. One away, runners on first and second, and there's a strike outside, way outside corner. And the next pitch is there, and it's outside for a ball, and both runners go, and both have them stolen. So Dykstra and Wilson both pick up steals. 4 of the game now for Lenny. He's got 48, and Wilson has 30 this season. How about that? So first base is open with an 0-2 count on Keith. Are they going to pitch to him or not? They do pitch to him, and it's a ground ball over to Larker, who goes to first for the out, and that's not what we wanted to see. 2 outs, runners still on second and third, and here comes Strawberry. And it's a ball in the dirt, 1-0 to Darryl. That's fouled away, 1-1. Strawberry struck out once, 0 for 3. Swing and a miss, it's 1-2. Just got a piece of that one, fouled it away. And he's hit by that one, so Strawberry will go down to first base, and we'll accept that. Turk Ferrell is starting to fall apart here, and here comes Ray Knight. Ferrell will stay in this game. They're not taking him out. 122 pitches. There's a ball low to Knight, 1-0. And that's low again, 2-0 on Ray. And that's on the outside corner, 2-1. That did hit the corner. Sliders outside, 3-1 the count. And that's up and in for ball 4. And so Ferrell has walked in a run. It's a 3-2 game with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th, and that'll bring up Wally Backman. Backman today 1 for 3, hitting 272, and there's a new pitcher out there for Houston. There's a strike into Wally. It's Don McMahon who comes into this. McMahon with a 3-3 record, 41 innings pitched, and a 3.29 ERA. Swing and a miss by Backman, 0-2. There's a ball inside. That's fouled away by Backman. And that's blasted foul as well. Remains a full 1-2 count on Wally. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. So the Mets pull a little bit closer with 1 run. That's all that they get. We go now to the top in the 9th inning, a 3-2 game. It's another close one, and I hate these close ones with Houston. Here comes Al Spangler. Sid is still out there, and there's a strike to Spangler, 0-1. That's on the outside edge for a ball, 1-1. There's strike 2 with the knees, 1-2. It's up the middle, and it's a diving play by Backman, but he can't get to it. That's a single for Spangler. That'll bring up Roman Mejias, and Fernandez is tiring. We'll go into double play depth, see what he can do. There goes Spangler, and he's got this one stolen. Hearn couldn't get that out of his glove in time. So runner on at second base, and it's a 1-1 count now on Mejias. Hit foul to the right, 1-2. And that's low and away, 2-2 the count. And misses inside, full count. And there's ball 4. So it was a good at-bat there by Mejias, and that'll bring up Carl Warwick. We'll go over to double play depth again. I'm loath to use the bullpen with another game coming up after this, but it's going to be a base hit over to right field. Strawberry fields that one, throws to home as quickly as he can, and the cutoff man is able to get to it, and the bases are loaded now for Norm Larker with nobody out top of the 9th. So we really need to make a substitution here, and we'll go ahead and do it. I'm loath to do it, but we'll do it anyway. And so what we're going to do, taking a quick look and trying to figure out what we have coming up. I'm not sure that I really even want to play the righty-lefty game with them, though. I think we're going to put in not McDowell, but Orozco. So we'll go back to this game. We'll put Orozco in for Wally Backman's place, and then we'll bring Tim Tuffle back out here, and he'll be the new second baseman. So Orozco is going to come in, and we'll see what Jesse can do for us. Jesse Orozco comes into this. 3-0 is his record, the 1.06 ERA. The infield has to come in because we cannot allow a run to score. Here's Norm Larker, and there's a ball high to Larker, 1-0, and there's a strike, 1-1. Splitter misses inside, 2-1. Sliders inside, 3-1's the count, and that was ball 4 that he had hit over to center field. Dykstra makes the catch for the out, and the runner left early, I thought. Spangler tags the third base and then goes home, and is a bad throw there by Dykstra. And so the runners all move up, and with 1 away, that'll bring up Hal Smith. Smith followed by Amalfitano. We're actually going to pitch to Smith, even with first base open. There's a little foul ball off to the left side. Mookie's running over for it, but it's out of play. 0-1 the count. This is hit over to the right. Strawberry is not going to get there in time. It's a base hit in front of him. And that scores another one. That makes it a 5-2 lead. And here now is Amalfitano. And it's the same thing it always is with Houston. It's the bottom of their lineup that gets us every time. There's a ball outside Amalfitano and a strike. 1-1. And it's hit for a base hit over to right, and that's going to be it for Orozco. So Orozco does not get it done, gives up nothing but singles. And I think he did get one out of the whole thing. 6-2 now the score, and now it's garbage time, so we put in garbage pitching. Here comes Randy Neiman. So the Mets behind 6-2, and the Mets can figure out every other team in 1962 except for the Colt 45s. Swing and a miss there by Merritt Renew, comes in as a pinch hitter to face Neiman, and then he takes a slider low, 1-1. There's a strike down the middle, 1-2, and a swing and a miss. So Neiman gets the strikeout. He's got a 1.64 ERA, his 14th strikeout of the season. 22 innings pitched and has given up 6 walks. Here's Bob Lillis, hits a ground ball over to Ray Knight. Third baseman throws over to first in time for the out. And so we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Will be Jim Umbricht coming in for Houston to pitch. He'll face Mitchell, Hearn, and then Tim Tuffle. And Mitchell takes a splitter in there for a strike, 0-1. There's a slider inside. I'm not sure where that pitch was, 0-2. And then he's hit by that one. That slider, though, almost hit him as well. So Mitchell heads down to first base. That'll bring up Ed Hearn. Normally I'd bunt with Hearn, but not down by 4. Takes a strike and hits this over to center field. That's going to be a base hit. And so the Mets maybe with something starting here, and that'll bring up Tim Tuffle. Tuffle's hitting .216, 2 home runs, but has hit poorly this season. Swing and a miss, 0-1. It's fouled away, 0-2 now the count. There's a ball inside, 1-2. That's outside, 2-2 the count. That's fouled away again.
Strike 3.
There's a slider for strike 3, and Tim didn't even think about swinging. So 1 away, runners on at first and second. Here comes Dykstra. Takes the ball outside, 1-0. It's hit over to left field. That's going to fall in there for a base hit, but the runner stopped. I'm not sure what they were looking for. And that loads him up for Kevin Mitchell. Or, I'm sorry, for Mookie Wilson. It's Kevin Mitchell over on third base. Mookie Wilson comes up hitting .299. He's 0 for 4 today. Did steal base or 2. And that's fouled away, 0-1 on Mookie. Hit over to the right side, but foul, 0-2. And that's low, 1-2 the count. Blasted over to center. That's over the head of the center fielder. That'll score at least 1. And here come the Mets. Another run scores. Wilson stops at second with the double. It's a 6-4 ball game, and that should... No, Umbricht's going to stay in to pitch against Keith Hernandez. Hernandez is 0 for 4, and he's squandered a number of opportunities in this one. So the Mets, hold on to your horses. The Mets with 2 runs here in the bottom of the 9th. It's a 6-4 ball game, and here comes Keith. He takes a splitter in there for a strike. Little ground ball over to short, and Lillis throws home, and he gets Dykstra. He looks safe on the play-by-play, but he was out. And there's 2 away here now for Darryl Strawberry, runners at the corners. There's the strike by Umbricht, 0-1. And another ball low, 1-1. Grounded foul, 1-2 on Darryl. Swing and just barely fouls that away, still 1-2. And that's taken inside for a ball, 2-2 the count. And that's low, full count now on Strawberry. And that's called strike 3, a slider on the corner. Well, it's not much of a surprise if Darryl Strawberry's striking out. He's done so many times this season. And so the Mets lose another close one. This one probably could have been closer than it really was. Fernandez pitches well and gets a whole ton of strikeouts, but he gives up 3 runs in the first, and that's all that the Colt 45s really need. The attempt to come back at the end doesn't work, and the Mets continue to struggle against this poor ball club. That's the part that's most frustrating of all. We should be able to crush this team instead of being beaten by them so many times. We're now, I think it's 3-6 or 2-6 against him. It's pretty pathetic. We'll see how we do again tomorrow. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.